Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of New York, season 13, episode 5. Okay, so as you already know, I'm just now back from vacation. I'm trying to watch all of the episodes that I missed while I was away and get my videos out. So I'm just gonna hit the high points. I'm not gonna go through every single detail. Anyway, so let's get into it. So this episode starts off right where it left off. You know, Ramona is still upset about all the sex talk going on at the table. Leah's conversation, to me, sometimes her conversations do get a little out of hand. I know that Sonia does talk about sex a lot, and you know, Sonia gets out of hand because she's really sloppy drunk, but Leah is fully sober and she's still talking about some things that just don't need to be discussed. And I think that Leah does this to provoke Ramona. I think that she really can't stand how Ramona acts so sedity, so prim, so proper, and she just wants to throw her off. You know what I mean? Everybody likes to poke Ramona a little bit, but you know, Ramona was really upset. And my thing is, this is her home. So if you are in her home and she doesn't want you to talk about big D's and all this stuff, just don't. Just be respectful of this lady's house. That's all I'm saying. So when things finally settle down a little bit, Ebony makes this comment that she believes that she thought Ramona said that she could take a big D. Ramona gets all upset,
Elegance and class. Where did it all go?
You know, she is so dramatic and phony. I don't think that Ramona was really upset by that. I think deep down Ramona was laughing. She thought it was hilarious.
20 minutes later, the bitch is in her freaking thongs dancing around like a stripper.
Okay, now look, I have to agree with Leah. You know, she says that Ramona is always acting so classy, so offended, but she does suspect things, you know, taking pictures, you know, thirst traps as they are called, with Leah. And when she was flashing her pasties, come on now, Ramona, you gotta bend a little. If you can flash your pasties and take thirst trap photos, and every now and again you have a little sex conversation, give Leah a little leadway. But at the same time, when you're in someone's home, you try to go by what they want, what they need. Luann goes over to her house a little bit ahead of all the ladies. She wants to get everything together. Luann has that beautiful house in Sag Harbor. She has Garth over there making that lamb curry. And you know what? When I saw that lamb curry, I said, let me Google a recipe for this. I mean, it looked delicious to me. But then again, you know, I'm always thinking about food. Anyway, the ladies were all getting dressed, you know, getting ready, getting their hair done. Leah and Ebony, of course, they're downstairs getting in full glam. And I said to myself, why are they getting into full glam to go over to Luann's house for a paint party? Now, I do know that most of the ladies, they always get all glammed up and everything when they're out of town on vacations and things like that. But I just assumed a little party over at Luann's, you don't need full glam. But it is what it is. Ebony says that her glam is very important to her and she's always has her hair and makeup done. And I can respect that. You know, she is a businesswoman and she likes to make sure that when she's out in public or when she steps on the scene that she is looking good from head to toe. So I totally understand that. However, Ramona makes a big to-do about,
Why do you need hair and makeup when we're just going to a luncheon? This is so rude of you.
No, it's not. As a black woman, my hair situation is quite different than yours, actually.
Well, then you should have just started earlier. That's all.
now I have to say, this season is really turning me upside down. I agree with Ramona. You know, I totally understand African American hair. I mean, just in case, peeps, you didn't know, I'm African American, you know, not a little bit, but all the way African American, you know. So anyway, I understand that our hair texture is a little different. I understand that our process is different. I understand that when we go to the salon, we are in there for 3 or 4 hours because we have a lot of steps that we have to achieve. There has been multiple times that I have been in salons and I have seen other women come in there, get a wash, a brush blowouts and leave. And I have been devastated that I am still there sitting under the dryer. And I personally have extremely thick hair. I have full, thick hair. So if I go and they put me under the dryer, I am under the dryer until my eyeballs have dried out. Do you understand me? So I'm in there forever. I get it. I really do. But out of respect for the rest of the ladies, Ebony should have probably set her appointment a little bit early so that no one was late. However, in the end, they all show up. Ramona gets there about 12 minutes before Leah and Ebony. So it wasn't as if they were, 3 hours late or 2 hours late, the way they do over at Atlanta. So anyway, she shows up, she's beautiful, it's all good. She apologizes to Ramona. I was looking at the food at Luann's. Don't you judge me, peeps. You know how I feel about the food. I'm looking at the food over at Luann's and I said, yes, honey, this is my kind of party. All that meat and cheese. I am a lover of cheese and crackers. Listen, can't you tell? Look how fat these cheeks are. Anyway, we find out that Garth is 50. I don't know why I didn't realize that. I don't know what age I thought Garth was, but he's 50 years old and I think he looks really great.
Why you guys have to get so perfectly coiffed, but you know what? It's your prerogative.
Only because it's this vacation.
Okay.
Now, I think Ebony lied. A couple episodes back, she says that she does glam every day. So you cannot tell me that you just told her the truth. So I'm calling that a lie. Okay? You didn't just get glammed up because you were on vacation with Ramona. Luann invites some guy over named Alfredo, who is a French musician, and she thinks that he would be great for Sonia. And as soon as I saw him, I said, no ma'am, this is not someone that Sonia is interested in. This guy is definitely not Sonia's type. Sonia is looking for someone who is suited and booted, as they say, someone who is going into the office, someone who is making major deals. And she was married to a Morgan Chase. She is definitely not trying to hook up with Alfredo.
Luann has no idea what I like. Sonia likes Luann's type. And of course, if it was Luann's type, she wouldn't be throwing it to Sonia.
You know what? This is really killing me, but I agree with Ramona again. Oh, what kind of season is this about to be? Bravo. So far, you are doing really well with the Real Housewives of New York. Bravo, you and your production team and these ladies are really doing it so far. So far, don't let us down. This painting class, they had a good time. They had a good
Okay.
I thought that the guy was really cute. And I don't know, was I the only one wanting to really see what he was working with? I mean, I just wondered. Anyway, the girls had a great time. They really did. And there was a whole lot of sex talk and innuendos. And Ramona didn't seem to be too uncomfortable.
I really love your music. I really do. It's moving me. It's touching me.
I don't think Alfredo is Sonia's type, but he has a dick, so he's definitely Ramona's type.
Ramona got me again. She is hilarious. I said, is that her flirting? The way she was wiggling them shoulders and everything. She was like, oh my God, I just really love your music. It gets to me, I feel it. I said, you know what, you do it a lot. You do it a lot. So Leah made that comment that Alfredo is definitely not Sonia's type, but okay. Ramona, absolutely. Leah gets all upset and, she's upset regarding her grandmother and she's feeling a little physically sick. Thinking about her grandmother, she says that she's dizzy, she has a little vertigo. And I just want to know, peeps, seriously, get down in the comments. Is it me or does anybody else think if that was my grandmother, why is Leah there? My thing is this. You can definitely go to the Bravo production team and explain to them, I need to leave. My grandmother needs me. I need her. I need to be there with her in these moments. I will never get this time back. You are sitting here and you are angry, you are upset, you are hurt, you are confused, you are extremely emotional, you're taking it out on the rest of the ladies when you could be with your grandmother, telling her how much you love her, how much she meant to you. Listen, I want Leah to go home. I think that if I was one of the producers, I would have asked her to. I would have said, you know what, Leah, your grandmother is so important to you. She is your family and you won't get this time back. Please go be with your grandmother. We will be okay. Come back when you're ready. I don't know. I just think she should go on. Ramona tries to cheer her up and she just makes it worse. She burst out into tears. I said, Ramona, go on somewhere. Now, do I think Ramona did it purposely? No. I think Ramona meant well. But listen, when somebody is already feeling vulnerable that way, coming in and acting the way Ramona did is not help. It just makes people even more sad. The tears come quicker. Ramona, go on back outside and see what Alfredo is doing. The ladies absolutely loved the lamb curry. The lamb curry was a hit. And the way I was looking at it, I thought it was a hit too. I was interested. Now, before we get into the rest of this episode, I'm gonna say this. We all have opinions. This is my channel and this is mine. If you agree with me, great. If you don't agree with me, great. Get down in the comments and let me have it. Tell me what you thought and what your opinions are. I did notice that before the episode aired, Ebony shut down social media. She said that, you know, for this episode and next week's episode, she was going to take a social media break because, you know, she needed to think about her mental health. Leah also posted on her Instagram saying that, you know, we have to protect, you know, our mental health. So I totally get it. I totally understand it. But it was just so much going on. And so, like I said earlier, these are just my opinions. If you don't agree with them, you can get down in the comments. This scene was really hard to watch. I think that Luann was pissed off at Ebony because Ebony pointed out that she has more textbooks education. And the truth is, it's honest. Honestly, she does have more textbook education than the rest of the girls. I just don't think that these girls are ready to hear it or talk about it. And as I have said before, just because you have more textbook education than other people, it doesn't mean that you're smarter than them. I have met high school graduates who could mop the floor with college graduates. It's just different choices, different lifestyles, different situations, different conditions, that not everyone gets the opportunity to go to college.
You're a f***ing hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe.
You said to me I'm the smartest
No, I did
one
not.
here
That's
with
what
an
she
education.
didn't say that. Well, Sonya knows
She
I
said
didn't
she's
say
the
that.
most educated person at the table.
And with
Well, that's what I
education-
meant, and you jumped on me because you're miseducated.
No, I.
Bring it again. Oh my God, my ears are hurting.
No, I'm not.
Bring it
Stop
down.
being-
You are.
Your white fragility is killing me right now.
We don't go after her race. We don't go after your race.
Run the tape up. Run the tape up.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with class. It has to do with
Okay.
education. Why are you getting so angry? Why are you yelling
So now I'm
right
the
now?
angry black woman.
You're an angry woman right now.
I see
But I am a
passion,
black woman.
defense.
I am a black woman. And
I don't see anger. Girl doesn't seem angry to me. She seems to use her words.
If you don't want me here because I'm not free to express how I feel about things,
right.
I will leave your property because I respect you.
I think you should go.
We could say a lot about Sonia, but Sonia Morgan, oh my gosh, she was the voice of reason at that table. She was the only one that was actually listening and trying to be productive in the conversation. In her private confessionals, she was killing it. I said, why is it that Sonia is the only one making sense right now? I do have to say that I did not agree with Ebony calling out Ramona, as she called her white fragility or whatever that was. I think that Ramona is fake and phony. I think that behavior was absolutely dramatic and she should have called it out, but I think I would have left the white part off. Let's not bring the race into this. Because later when Luann calls her angry, she automatically ticks. It gives her that thought that Luann is calling her the black angry woman, which Garcelle had just spoke about a couple episodes ago when she told Kyle that she is always trying to make sure that she is coming off level-headed and calm so that she doesn't get called a black angry woman. Now, me as a black woman, I have been called that before. Back in the day, in my younger years, when I could pop off with the best of them. And that hurts. It hurts. It really does. I really think that I really don't know how to take that. I really don't. I don't know why Luann would say that. You didn't say it to Leah. I haven't seen her act this way in a very long time, and I thought it was extremely disgusting that she asked Ebony to leave her home. And I thought, out of all the things that have happened and everything that we have seen go on between Luann and all these women, for you to ask Ebony to leave, that really was disgusting to me. However, it's Luann's house. If she wants somebody to go, that's fine. I just think that, why couldn't she just have a civil conversation? Why couldn't they all have taken a beat, calm down a little bit, relax, and hear the woman out? You know what I mean? Just relax, hear the woman out. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I didn't expect this. I expected Ebony to clash with Ramona, but I never expected her to have this type of clash with Luann. And I'm really disappointed by all of it. It was just a lot to deal with. I thought that Heather tried her best to interject, try to help out. But to me, Sonia stole the whole scene because she was the only one that seemed to be actively listening. I don't know. I really just did not enjoy watching that. I really didn't. But I do want to see what happens next week, and I'm hoping that there can be some open dialogue and they can all come to some sort of understanding and agreement. Calling people angry is not appropriate. Getting on someone's white fragility, fragility, I don't know. Calling Ramona whatever, I don't know. I just really need them to sit down and have this real conversation. And I mean, sit down and talk with clear heads. No drinking, just sit and talk. So I guess we'll see what happens. Oh, wow. You guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. This was just a whole big old mess. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are. And until next time, bye.